Hi everyone, it's John, Franchise Skeptic. We are here talking about Fetch. Fetch is a franchise that we actually did a podcast on. Come check it out on Apple, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcast. Now, Fetch is a business to which we did our podcast on because it is effectively a silly business model. But let me give you these numbers. For starters, when you do a Fetch, you are going to spend about $80,000 on your initial investment. However, 83% of that, or about $65,000, is just a franchise fee that gives you the license to do a Fetch. The other $13,000, $15,000 that just goes towards training and so a couple of manuals and things like that. It is a 10-year commitment. It does have minimum royalties that are quite expensive for a franchise of this sort. You just can't wait until you hear about it. They go up to $415 every week. And as you hear in our podcast, you can see that can be quite expensive given the nature of this podcast. Now, the thing about Fetch is that the median franchise earns about $146,000. They do disclose that 22% of all revenue goes towards fees of one sort or the other. So 22% of $140,000 is about $30,000. That leaves you with $110,000 to get your profit back, to pay your salary, to run this business. I would say that if somebody threw this ball, I would not fetch it. That's why I am skeptical. That's why we did the podcast. And the reason why is that the business model itself, here's the big reveal. The business model is effectively, you go into people's homes, make sure their dogs are fed, and fluff the pillows and turn the blinds to give the home a lived-in appearance. That's correct. Exactly the sort of thing you teach your children to do so that they can learn and earn some money around the neighborhood, get some friend and family referrals, etc., etc. This place wants you to spend $270,000 over 10 years just to be a maid for dogs. That's why our motto is, don't buy a job. Come see us at Franchise Skeptics, listen to our podcast. Thank you very much. Had a good time. All right, be talking to you.